Gotta hit the record button. You're looking at a man who's had insomnia now for about 6 months, who has a broken rib or a cracked rib, one or the other, and who's lost his family, lost his parents, lost his wife, lost his son. Don't have him no more. I'm not sure I want him anymore. Let's start from the top. Let's start with me and my wife. We were married in 2001, and it seemed like things were all right. I had been in a bunch of relationships where I got treated like shit, and I swore I wasn't going to get treated like shit by this one. So we had our rough points. Fast forward to night before last. Oh no, just fast forward in general. If I dare to say anything critical towards her, everything from the desert to the trees to the cactus, it was all their fault. She says she's trying to get better. She hasn't tried at all. She does it every day. All you fathers watching this, how would you feel if you tried to discipline your son? Or no, how would you feel? Let's do it this way. How would you feel if you were trying to teach your son how to shoot, and your wife had never picked up a gun before in her life, and she walks up and says, "No, no, no, this is how you do it." That's kind of what I've been dealing with. If I try and do the fatherly thing and discipline my son or correct him on something, she will right in front of him correct me and defend him. Right in front of him. What does that say about what he's learning? He's learning that dad has no authority whatsoever and mom's the one with all the authority. We're supposed to be a 50-50 partnership. Now, granted, let's move on a little bit. I suck at housework. I make no bones about it, but what I have done over the past 12 years is I have been able to rob Peter and pay Paul and financially figgle some things around to make sure we were able to get out and go places. And one of those was my father, who was all ready to help when it came to his granddaughter, his firstborn granddaughter from his first son. And the man put a down payment on a house for us. The man has literally poured hundreds of thousands of dollars into us. And my wife will sit here and motherfuck him, call him every name in the book because she thinks he manipulated me and that he's trying to get control and whatnot. She's fucking stupid. Okay, because when you take all this money that he donated to us so his granddaughter could have a better life, and you count where that money went, none of it went to me, none of it went to Carlene. Every bit of it went to our daughter. So fuck you for even thinking that. Things will never be better until that man gets an apology. But on the flip side, you got the old man. Now, the old man has gotten a little too big for his fucking knickers from time to time. You see, Colonel Tamber L. Yates, is the nurse midwife who destroyed our daughter when she was born. made such piss poor decisions that ultimately led her with severe and complete brain damage. I have been the stay-at-home parent since day one. My wife had a job, or had a career, I had a job. Staying home has not been easy. It has not been easy. It drives me absolutely freaking insane to have to stay home every fucking day because I'm too scared to go drive anywhere with my daughter because I'm afraid she'll need suctioning or oxygen or whatever. But yet I get criticized for it. I'm an asshole for it. And I'm sorry the thing keeps switching. I don't know why it keeps switching. But what do you do when you feel like enough's enough? You know, my father, as far as this Tamriel Yates thing, every now and then I'll go on a rant on Facebook. Normally a drunken rant because I do have a drinking problem. But the thing is, with the settlement agreement, there is nothing that stops me from speaking the truth about what happened. And see what this stupid son of a bitch thinks. He thinks he knows everything. I've already done the research. I've already talked to the lawyers. I can say whatever I want about you, you bitch, you worthless bitch who ruined our daughter's life. There. I feel a little bit better. Now, let's get to last night or the night before last. This is the real problem. I am 6 foot tall. I'm 275 pounds. My wife is 5'7", and I have no idea how much she weighs. She came home the other night, and apparently I had promised to play a game with her kid. And instead, I haven't spoken to my dad in 2.5 weeks. I got him on the phone, and I put him on the phone with his grandson because he hadn't spoken to his grandson in 2.5 weeks. I'm an evil motherfucker for that. I'm an evil, rotten, terrible son of a bitch, horrible father for that. Just ask my wife. Just ask my wife. She'll tell you. Because she hates that man so much, being my father. But when we totaled out everything, over $300,000. And what did my wife's family give? What did she give? What did they give to help us? Absolutely, positively nothing. Nothing at all. Other than showing up on our doorstep with an hour's notice and thinking they're going to stay here for 3 days. Well, guess what? That's not going to happen anymore, Jimmy, Michael. You two are the worst offenders. Ernie, you're not welcome here without notice. As long as my wife and my father are at each other's throats, there will be no peace between this family and that family. We are essentially the Hatfields and the fucking McCoys. Someone is going to have to give. Someone is going to have to give because I'm done playing peacemaker. As far as I'm concerned, my wife and my dad can go out in the middle of the field and beat the ever-loving shit out of each other. And I mean that with all my heart because I think she could probably whip his ass. But I'm here to say I'm nobody's bitch anymore. I robbed Peter to pay Paul for years. I stressed over money for years. I still stress over money. Does my wife stress over money? No. She just recently learned how to use the goddamn Bank of America app. So does she stress over money? No. Don't let her tell you otherwise. I'm the one that has to chase down all the equipment. I'm the one that had to be the old softy to let a little dog in the house. That one little bite on a tube could cut off Samantha's oxygen and cause it to leak and possibly kill her. Is it worth it? Oh, we don't want to break Wyatt's heart. Oh, well, would you rather bury our daughter? Which should it be? Because there's been countless times I've walked by that room and it's completely unbuttoned, wide open. When we first brought that dog home, that dog would get everywhere. Did my wife and my son do anything to see what she was doing, where she was going? I mean, I sit here and I wait for all hell to break loose with my daughter. Why should I have to chase the dog around for the rest of the fucking day? I don't care if one goes to school, and I don't care that my wife's a school teacher. You know, that dog is as good as gone. So if anybody wants a Jack Russell Terrier, full-blooded, no papers, get in touch with me. I'm just forewarning you. She's louder than hell. So what else can I talk about? In my life, that is. Did I tell you my mother tried to have me swatted? Yep, she did. She tried to have me swatted. She tried to have me killed. I have the proof. I have the paperwork. I have the police reports. I have the what do you call it? The call records. I've got it all. My sister fancies herself a photographer. She couldn't take a picture if the picture took itself. She steals from other photographers. I'm associated with 11 different stock agencies, and they're the 11th. They are the 11 biggest ones in the country. Yeah, sis, you pissed off the wrong guy. You stole from me. That's all I really got to say for right now, because I got another several hours of being up trying to occupy myself. I'll fall asleep probably about 6 or 7. And if my wife thinks she's going to go to work, she's out of her mind. You know, she wants to try and be little Miss Safety and hide my pistol that I like to carry, because I was going to pack a bag. So I hid her keys and I hid my keys. Oh well.